Thank everybody for coming here to celebrate Cameron Scarlett. I think Craig said it best, one of the all-time greats that have ever come through Nettleton. Over 50 years of football, and he's ranked right up there with some of the best. And so we're going to kind of relive some of his highlights from this past year, and then I want to go over a couple of his accomplishments that he's had this year and then in previous years. You can go to Huddle and you can watch the remaining 8 minutes of his highlight film if you would like to. I'm just going to go year by year. Starting as a sophomore, Cameron had 88 carries for 383 yards as a running back slash quarterback. He also had 7 touchdowns. He also had 9 receptions for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he also had 43 tackles as a sophomore at playing linebacker. His junior year, in only 8 games because of COVID, he had 796 yards passing for 7 touchdowns. He had 888 yards rushing with 13 touchdowns for a total of 1,684 total yards and 20 touchdowns as a junior. His senior year, 1,195 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 1,268 yards rushing, and 15 touchdowns for a total of 2,463 total yards and 29 TDs. Yeah. So I've done the math. For his career, Cameron Scarlett had 2,539 yards rushing and 35 touchdowns. He had 1,991 yards passing and 21 touchdowns. And he had 116 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns for a grand total of 4,646 total yards and a total of 58 touchdowns in his career. A lot of times stats, they tell a good bit of the story, but they don't tell the whole story. Cameron Scarlett's also a 3-year starter, 2-time team captain. He was voted a team captain as a junior by his teammates. and as a senior. He's a two-time 5A All-State performer. This year he was a Farm Bureau Offensive Player of the Year finalist, one of 3 finalists. He is a winner. He is a leader. We all know that here at Nettleton, and now the Kansas Jayhawk League is about to find out who Cameron Scarlett is as well. Like I said, he's one of the greatest football players that have ever played here at Nettleton High School. The stats don't lie. He will go down as one of those. But I'm going to have Coach Wilson come up, who had the opportunity to work closely with Cameron for the past 3 or 4 years, has a strong bond with him, and I know he would like to share as well.
All right.
It would be Alan.
I think it's safe to say that in my 9 years of coaching here, me and Coach Hampton like to have this conversation a lot about if we had a draft, the players that we would take in the 9 years that we've coached here. And there's been a lot of great players come through. The DeAndre Henrys of the world, Joe Frazier, Cade Carter, and the list could go on. But if I had to choose, Cameron Scarlett would be my first overall pick. And that, to me, that says the world about him as a person, as a leader, as a player. I think he's one of the greatest players to ever play here. I know that this is just the beginning for him. We see him going on and doing much bigger things after Dodge City Community College. And I know out of any of the players that I've coached, he has the best opportunity to go 10 hours away. It's going to feel like 10 years, but go 10 hours away and compete and showcase his abilities and go on and play Division I football somewhere. I would almost mortgage my house that he's going to go and do that. And I think all of us that know Cameron know that as well. And so we know that this is just the beginning. The future is bright. We can't wait to follow his career. Hopefully he makes it all the way to the NFL. That's the end goal. But we know it's going to be one day at a time, one step at a time for him. But can't say enough about him. Excited to follow his journey.
Cameron, he had some other options, possibilities, but when the coach from Dodge City watched his film and spoke to Coach Wilson on the phone, he saw the same things that we've known all along, that he's a winner, and he believes in him. He saw greatness in him, and things work out for a reason, and I believe this worked out the way that it was supposed to. He's going to go to Dodge City Junior College, going to do great things, and then who knows where that'll lead after that. But we're here to celebrate him. He's actually already signed his letter of intent because of weather and stuff. We had to postpone this. So we're just here to celebrate him. He will be attending Dodge City. And so, Cameron, I'm going to give you an opportunity if you want to grab the mic. I know you're not a man of many words, but if you want to share anything or have anything that you would like to say, go ahead.
I'd just like to thank my family and any and every single one of you guys for coming out and supporting me, especially throughout my career here at Nettleton. For all the coaches that were here my entire career, thank you very much for every bit of advice and pushing me probably when I didn't feel like getting pushed, but I appreciate everything y'all did for me. Thank you.